It's time to talk about the budget.
Local people know what's important to them.
That's why our council does what it does.
In the future, our council will have the money from the government to do the things that we want.
Some things will stop and some things will change.
Our councillors will soon choose how much money to spend on our services.
So we need to think about what's important.
And how people can get together to help some things carry on. So what do we want in Kirklees?
Children to be healthy.
Our council serves almost 5.5 million healthy school dinners each year.
Has parks for kids to play in.
Put some stuff for us to do like sports.
Looks at the play areas and helps us stay fit and healthy.
For it to be easy and safe to travel.
Our council repairs over 1,000 miles of road.
And fills in 34,000 potholes each year. Helps around 1,600 young people get to school every day on school buses.
Keeps our roads and paths safe.
Grits our streets when it snows. Gives people a place to park. Puts traffic lights on busy streets. And builds cycle lanes for us to ride our bikes. A decent home to live in.
Our council fixed up almost 3,000 empty houses.
Repaired 23,000 council homes.
And they built 166 brand new homes for people to rent.
Our council also helps people who live rough on the street.
Builds homes for people who need a special place to live.
Tells us how to save energy so we can save money.
And knows how many houses we need to build for people in Kirklees in the future.
To feel valued and respected and part of my community.
Our council helps people from different backgrounds focus on what we have in common.
Rather than our differences.
So we can get on with our lives and be happy.
Our council also makes sure everyone has the same rights to council services.
And that people are proud of where they live.
And that we all belong here. Our council helps us feel safe and welcome.
No matter where people live or their background.
Families to have enjoyable activities to do together.
Our council puts some things for us to see in parks, museums and art galleries.
Runs fun stuff for us to do over the summer.
And has lots of local events for me, my family and my friends throughout the year.
Over 250,000 people visited our council's museums and art galleries last year.
To feel safe where we live.
Our council helped over 1,000 people living in homes that could get burgled.
With advice on things like locks and lights.
Our council also maintained 52,000 streetlights.
Has people who deal with antisocial behaviour.
And funds police community support officers.
To help keep our streets safe.
There to be good jobs for young people.
Our council helps us to get a good job when we're older.
By having good schools.
Our council also gives us work experience.
Sets up apprenticeships. Gives people chances to volunteer.
And helps local businesses to grow.
Last year, 62% of GCSE students got 5 or more A to C passes,
including English and math.
Which means we're top of the class in West Yorkshire.
To protect children from danger.
Our council has 76 lollipop people to keep kids safe crossing the road. Our council also trained 850 young people to ride a bike safely.
Finds families if ours doesn't work and rescues us from bad situations.
Our council has over 300 foster families who look after local kids.
To be informed and know what I need to know and where to find it.
Our council helps people know about what it does
and how to get the things they need.
By having places to go or ring to ask questions, such as customer centres and libraries.
And by putting information on a website.
And in leaflets and magazines.
All people to be protected from danger.
Our council helps people like our grandparents keep safe.
By care phones they can ring if they have a problem.
By having social workers. And by services that help older people.
Who can't remember things as well as they used to.
To be entrepreneurial in a successful business.
Our council helps people run good businesses by giving advice.
Making shops available in town centres.
Offering market stalls to young entrepreneurs.
And by putting on big events.
That attract thousands of people into the area.
Who spend money in our towns and villages.
Children and young people to have fun.
Our council has over 300 play areas.
And 182 sports pitches for kids to have fun.
Our council also helps to organise fun things for us to do.
Like swimming and games in sports centres.
Dance classes.
Special events in libraries and museums.
And has youth clubs and youth workers.
Not to have vermin or food poisoning or rubbish on the streets.
Our council empties 9 million green and grey bins.
And 640,000 litter bins each year.
Our council also makes sure our food is safe to eat.
Tackles pests like rats and mice. And deals with over 2,000 dog poo complaints each year.
To have a job that pays me enough to live the life I want to.
Our council helps people get good jobs.
By helping businesses be successful.
Who then create jobs for local people.
Our council also works with local organisations
To help people get skills and get a career.
Last year, our council got over £6 million of investment
From the Regional Growth Fund.
to help our local economy grow.
Not to be disadvantaged because I am different.
Our council helped makes Kirklees a fair place to live.
By helping disabled people use buildings.
Giving information in different ways.
such as in Braille or in different languages.
Children to have the best start in life.
Our council runs things like children's centres so kids can get a good start in life.
Helps new parents.
Support children who need help with learning.
Helps tackle poverty and supports local schools.
Old people to be properly looked after.
Our council helped over 31,000 people get social care services, information and advice.
Our council also runs things like care homes for old people.
To make sure they are looked after properly.
And also helped old people to be looked after in their own homes.
Live in a place that has good community spirit.
Our council helps people feel part of a community.
Through things like helping people to volunteer to clean up their area.
Having halls that groups can use for events.
Putting on local events.
And by having people who work with communities and local groups.
A clean and nice area to live in.
Our council sweeps over 100,000 miles of roads and paths each year.
And cuts over 14 million square metres of grass.
Our council also gets rid of graffiti.
Looks after parks and cemeteries.
And makes towns and villages look good.
By putting up hanging baskets and Christmas decorations.
Old people not to be lonely, but healthy and independent.
Our council helps old people not to feel lonely. By putting on things like tea dances and town hall concerts.
And by running bowling greens.
Walking activities and making sure old people get help when they need it.
Children to meet their potential.
Our council helps children be the best they can be.
Through things like children's libraries.
Organising sports and dance.
Raising standards of education.
And by supporting parents.
So what things are important to you? How would you decide how the council should spend its money? To find out more, visit www.kirkleestalk.org.